Before we begin, if you enjoy emotional betrayal and revenge stories with powerful endings, subscribe and tell me in the comments, what would you do if the two people you trusted most betrayed you? Captain Emily Carter had faced enemy fire, sleepless nights near combat zones, and missions that pushed her body to the limit. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared her for what she saw when she walked into her own house that Friday afternoon. Woman's laugh echoed from upstairs. Emily froze. That laugh was familiar, too. Familiar. Her grip tightened around the handle of her duffel bag as a strange chill ran down her spine. She had returned home 3 weeks early from deployment to surprise her husband, Ryan. Now every instinct inside her screamed that something was wrong. Then she heard Ryan's voice. Soft, intimate. The way he used to speak to her before things changed. Emily slowly climbed the stairs, each step heavier than the last. Then she heard it. A moan. Her world stopped. The bedroom door was slightly open, and through that tiny gap, Emily saw them. Ryan and her younger sister, Sophie. In her bed. Half dressed. Laughing. Touching. Kissing. For a full 3 seconds. Emily couldn't breathe. Her brain refused to process what her eyes were seeing. No. This had to be a nightmare. Sophie suddenly noticed movement at the door. Her face drained of color. Emily, Ryan turned. The smile disappeared from his face. Silence. Dead silence. Emily stared at them. At the husband she had sacrificed everything for. At the sister she had protected since childhood. And something inside her shattered. Ryan scrambled off the bed. Emily. Wait. She dropped her duffel bag. The thud echoed through the room. Explain, she said. Her voice was terrifyingly calm. Ryan swallowed. It's not what it looks like. Emily laughed. A cold, broken laugh. Really? She whispered. Because it looks exactly like my husband sleeping with my sister. Sophie started crying. Emily, please don't. One word. Sharp as a blade. Sophie went silent. Emily's eyes locked on Ryan. When? Ryan hesitated. That hesitation told her everything. How long? Emily asked again. Sophie whispered. 8 months. Emily blinked. 8 months. 8 months. She had been deployed overseas for 7. That meant they started before she even left. Ryan stepped closer. I never meant to hurt you. Emily stared at him. Then something in her expression changed. Not sadness. Not rage. Worse. Clarity. She saw everything now. Every late night excuse. Every ignored call. Every you're overthinking. Every gaslight. All of it. She looked at Sophie. Did you enjoy lying to me? Sophie sobbed. It just happened. Emily snapped. It doesn't just happen for 8 months. The room shook with her voice. Ryan stepped in. Stop yelling at her. Emily slowly turned toward him. Excuse me? Ryan straightened, and then he said the sentence that destroyed the last piece of their marriage. I love her. Silence. Emily's heartbeat slowed. Not because she was calm, because shock had gone beyond pain. Ryan continued. I should have told you earlier. Emily stared. He was serious. No guilt. No shame. Just selfish honesty. Ryan rubbed his neck. You changed? Emily. She almost laughed. I changed? Yes, he said. You're always working. Always deployed. Always choosing the army. Emily felt sick. She had nearly died for her country. She had worked herself to exhaustion to build their future. And he was blaming her. For serving? She asked quietly. Ryan sighed. I needed someone present. Sophie lowered her head. Emily looked between them. Then she said something neither expected. Get out. Ryan frowned. What? Get out of my house. Ryan crossed his arms. Actually crossed his arms. This is my house too. Emily's eyes hardened. No. She walked to the drawer near her desk, opened it, pulled out documents, and placed them on the bed. Ryan's face changed. He recognized them. Property.
Papers. Emily spoke without emotion. The
house is under my name. Ryan froze. The mortgage? My account. The car? My account. He stared. Emily looked him dead in the eyes. You contributed what, Ryan? Half the groceries? His jaw tightened. Sophie whispered. Ryan. He looked angry now. Not ashamed. Angry. You're seriously throwing me out? Emily's voice turned ice cold. You cheated on me with my sister in my bed. Ryan clenched his fists. Then he smirked. That smirk sent a warning through Emily's body. He said, quietly, you think you're in control because of money? Emily narrowed her eyes. Ryan stepped closer. You have no idea what's coming. Emily didn't flinch, but something about his tone bothered her. This wasn't just a cheating husband caught in betrayal. No. He looked confident. Too confident. As if he knew something she didn't. Ryan grabbed his shirt. Sophie grabbed her clothes. At the door. Ryan turned. And smiled. You'll regret this. Then they left. Emily stood alone in the bedroom. Silence. Then her legs gave out. She collapsed to the floor. And for the first time in years, Captain Emily Carter cried. Not like a soldier, not like an officer, just like a woman whose world had been destroyed. Hours passed. Night came. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She almost ignored it. Then she answered. Hello? A male voice spoke. Captain Carter? Yes? This is Officer Daniels from Federal Credit Services. Her stomach tightened. We need to discuss several loans opened under your name. Emily froze. What loans? Silence. Then the officer said words that made her blood run cold. Ma'am, there's over $380,000 of debt tied to your identity. Emily stopped breathing. What? There are business loans, credit lines, and cash withdrawals. No, Emily whispered. That's impossible. The officer continued. Payments stopped 3 months ago. Emily's hands shook. Who authorized them? Another pause. Then, they were signed by your husband. Emily's heart slammed. Ryan. Her mind raced. The threats. His confidence. The smirk. Oh no, this wasn't just betrayal. Ryan had done something far worse. He hadn't just cheated. He had stolen from her, destroyed her. Financially. And somehow, this was only the beginning. Emily thinks discovering the debt is the worst part, until military investigators arrive at her door the next morning with accusations that could destroy her career forever. The next morning, Emily had barely slept. Her eyes burned from crying, but her military training forced her into routine. Shower, uniform, hair tied back, face steady. No weakness. No cracks. At least on the outside. Inside, her thoughts were chaos. Ryan stole $380,000 using her identity. Every time she replayed it, anger burned hotter. How had she missed this? How long had he been planning it? Her phone buzzed again. This time her commanding officer. Colonel James Walker. Emily answered immediately. Captain Carter speaking. His voice was unusually formal. Report to base. Immediately. Emily frowned. Sir? Now, Captain. The line disconnected. A knot formed in her stomach. Something was wrong. Very wrong. 40 minutes later, Emily entered the base. Normally, soldiers greeted her with respect. Today felt different. Whispers. Stares. People looking away. Her pulse quickened. She reached headquarters. 2 military investigators stood outside Colonel Walker's office. Emily's stomach dropped. One opened the door. Captain Carter, inside. She walked in. Colonel Walker sat behind his desk, jaw tight. On the table lay a thick file. He didn't offer her a seat. Bad sign. Very bad. Captain, he said, do you know why you're here? No, sir. He slid the file toward her. Emily opened it and froze.
Bank statements. Transfer records. Wire receipts. Her name on everything.
A highlighted figure stared back. $200,000 transferred to offshore accounts. Emily's blood ran cold. What is this? Investigator Mason spoke. These funds are linked to military contractor accounts. Emily looked up sharply. What? Colonel Walker's voice hardened. Someone used your credentials to access sensitive payment systems. Emily stared. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. I didn't do this. Mason remained expressionless. The transactions came from devices registered in your home.
Her home. Ryan. Of course.
Emily's mind raced. Ryan had access to her office laptop when she worked remotely.
He knew her habits. He had watched everything. No.
He had studied her, used her, weaponized her trust. Colonel Walker folded his hands. This is serious, Captain. Emily straightened.
Sir, my husband.
Your husband? Walker interrupted. Emily swallowed. Ex-husband. She told them everything. The affair, the debt, Ryan's threats, identity fraud. Every detail. The room stayed silent. Mason scribbled notes. Finally, Walker spoke. Do you have proof? Emily's chest tightened. Proof? No.
Only truth, and truth without evidence sounded like excuses.
Mason closed the file. Until investigation concludes, Captain Carter, Emily already knew. No. Please no. You are suspended from active duty. Her heartbeat stopped. Walker continued. Badge, weapon, access clearance. Each word hit like a bullet. Suspended. After 12 years of service. After every sacrifice. After everything. Because of Ryan. Emily removed her badge slowly. Her fingers shook for the first time. She placed it on the desk. Then her weapon. The metal sound felt unbearable. Walker's voice softened slightly. Emily. She looked up. That was the first time he used her first name. Not Captain. Emily. Human.
Not officer. Not soldier.
Just Emily. If you're innocent, he said quietly. Prove it. She drove home in silence. Suspended. Accused. Humiliated. Ryan had attacked every part of her life. Marriage. Finances. Career. He wasn't just leaving her. He was destroying her. Her phone rang. Unknown number. She answered. Hello? Ryan's voice. Smooth. Mocking. Rough morning. Emily gripped the phone so hard her knuckles whitened. You did this. He chuckled. Took you long enough. You forged military transactions? Relax, he said. I didn't take military money. Emily frowned. What? Someone else did. Cold fear spread through her. Someone else? Ryan continued. I just made sure the trail led to you. Emily felt sick. You psychopath. Ryan laughed. No, Emily. I'm smart. Why? His tone changed. Dark. Because I spent years watching you choose that uniform over me. You stole my identity. I took what I deserved. Emily's voice trembled with fury. You deserve prison. Ryan ignored that. I'll make you a deal. Emily said nothing. You sign over half your assets. And I'll help clear your name. Her breathing stopped. Blackmail. This was blackmail. You're insane. Am I? His voice sharpened. You're suspended. Accused of financial crimes, drowning in debt, and under investigation. Silence. Then he delivered the knife. Who do you think they'll believe? Decorated wife, or charming husband with evidence? Emily wanted to scream. Instead she whispered, I will bury you. Ryan laughed. That laugh. God, she hated that laugh. Double quotes. No, Emily. Pause. I already buried you. Double quotes. Click. Call ended. Emily stood frozen in her kitchen. Then rage exploded. She threw a glass across the room. It shattered. She breathed heavily. No. No. Ryan wanted her broken. Panicked. Desperate. He wanted Captain Emily Carter to surrender. He clearly forgot something. She was military. She adapted under pressure. She survived impossible situations. And she had one thing Ryan underestimated.
Discipline. Strategy. Patience. She would not attack emotionally.
She would destroy him intelligently. Her phone buzzed again. Text message. Unknown number. If you want to destroy Ryan, don't trust anyone. Especially Sophie. Meet me tonight. 5 p.m. Riverside Caf. Come alone. Emily stared. No sender. No name. Her pulse quickened. Who sent this? Friend? Enemy trap? She read it again. If you want to destroy Ryan, someone knew. Someone had information. And Emily needed answers, even if it was dangerous. She looked at her reflection in the broken glass. Tired eyes. Pain. Anger. But beneath all that, fire. Ryan thought he had ended her. He was wrong. The war had just begun. At Riverside Caf, Emily expects an informant. But the person waiting for her is someone from her past, a man she never expected to see again. At 7:58 p.m., Emily parked across from Riverside Caf. She didn't go in immediately. Military instinct. Observe first. The cafe sat near the river, quiet and dimly lit. Couples talked softly inside. A few people worked on laptops. Nothing unusual. Still, Emily's instinct screamed caution. The message replayed in her head. Don't trust anyone, especially Sophie. Who knew about Sophie? Who knew enough to warn her? And why anonymous? Emily checked her surroundings one last time, then stepped inside. Her eyes scanned every table.
Then she saw him. Near the back corner. Tall. Broad shoulders.
Dark button-up shirt. Calm posture. Watching the entrance like he had military training. When he stood, Emily froze. No. It couldn't be Daniel. He gave a small nod. Double quotes high. Her chest tightened. Major Daniel Hayes. Special Operations. Former Army Intelligence. And the man she once almost loved. 5 years ago, before Ryan. Before marriage. Before life became complicated. Daniel had wanted a future with her. Emily chose career timing instead. They drifted apart. And now, he was here.
After years. Emily sat slowly.
What are you doing here? Daniel studied her face. The warmth in his eyes faded into concern. You look exhausted. Answer my question. He didn't flinch. I sent the text. Emily's jaw tightened. Why anonymously? Because your phone may be compromised. Her stomach dropped. What? Daniel leaned in.
I'm serious, Emily. Ryan is more dangerous than you think. Every muscle in her body stiffened.
How do you know Ryan? Daniel reached into a folder. Pulled out photos. Documents. Receipts. He placed them in front of her. Emily's breath caught. Ryan. Meeting strangers. Receiving envelopes. Entering hotels. Bank transfers. Fake companies. Her hands shook. What is this? Daniel's voice turned cold. Evidence. Evidence of what? He held her gaze. Your husband is working with a financial fraud network. Emily stared. No. No way. Daniel continued. For nearly 2 years. 2 years. Emily felt nauseous. Ryan had been living a double life.
Not just cheating. Criminal. Calculated. Dangerous.
How do you have this? Daniel hesitated. Then, I'm consulting on a federal investigation. Emily blinked. Federal? This was bigger than she thought. Much bigger. Daniel lowered his voice. Ryan isn't the mastermind. Then who is? We don't know yet. Emily clenched the papers. You said not to trust Sophie. Daniel's expression hardened. She's involved. Emily's heart sank. Even after everything, hearing it still hurt. How involved? Daniel didn't soften it. She isn't just sleeping with him. Pause. She helps him. Emily went still. No. She handles logistics. No. She helped move money. No. Heads turned. Emily lowered her voice, breathing hard. She wouldn't. Daniel cut in gently. She already did.
Silence. Pain crashed into her. Sophie. Her baby sister.
The girl Emily defended from bullies. The girl she paid college tuition for. The girl who cried in her arms after heartbreak. That Sophie? Helping destroy her? Tears burned, but Emily forced them back. Not here. Not now. Daniel watched her carefully. You okay? Emily laughed bitterly. Do I look okay? No.
That simple honesty broke something inside her. No fake comfort. No lies.
Just truth. She exhaled shakily. What do you need from me? Daniel's expression sharpened. Your help. With what? To bring Ryan down. Emily stared. Daniel continued.
Officially, you're under investigation.
I know. Unofficially, I believe you. She froze.
3 words. Simple. Powerful. After being doubted all day.
Someone believed her. Daniel said quietly. You're not stupid, Emily. You're disciplined, careful, ethical. His eyes locked onto hers. This mess doesn't fit you. Her throat tightened. Ryan had spent years making her question herself. Daniel saw her clearly in minutes. That hurt. And healed. At the same time. What's the plan? She asked. Daniel slid another paper forward. A warehouse address. Ryan has a meeting tomorrow night. With who? The person above him. Emily looked up. The mastermind? Daniel nodded. If we get proof, we can clear your name and arrest everyone? Hope flickered. Real hope. For the first time in 24 hours. Then Emily frowned. Why not raid immediately? Daniel's jaw tightened. We need enough evidence to reach the top. So you want me to what? Spy? I want Ryan to trust that you're desperate.
Emily understood. Pretend weakness. Gain access. Use his ego. Classic. Ryan loved control. If he believed she was broken,
he'd get careless. Daniel leaned in. This is dangerous. Emily almost smiled. Danger? She'd faced worse. What's new? Daniel didn't smile back. This isn't a battlefield. No, Emily said coldly. It's worse. Because betrayal from enemies hurts less than betrayal from family. Daniel studied her, then softly said, I shouldn't say this. Emily frowned. Say what? His voice dropped. I never stopped worrying about you. Silence. The cafe faded. Just for a second. Emily looked at him. Same steady eyes, same quiet strength, but older now. Sharper. More guarded. Still Daniel. Her chest tightened. This was not the time. Not now. Yet something warm stirred beneath all the pain. A feeling she had buried years ago. Before she could respond, her phone buzzed. Message from Ryan. Come to the house tomorrow. Ready to negotiate. Emily slowly lifted her eyes to Daniel. Ryan had taken the bait without even knowing. Daniel looked at the screen. Then at her. Game on. Emily's expression changed. No fear. No hesitation. Only steel. Ryan wanted negotiations. Good. Let him think she came to surrender. Let him think she was desperate. Because, tomorrow, Captain Emily Carter would stop being prey. And start hunting. Emily goes to meet Ryan pretending to surrender, but what she overhears inside the house reveals a betrayal even worse than she imagined. The next evening, Emily sat in her car outside the house she once called home. Her pulse was steady. Face calm. Mind sharp, just like before a mission. Only this mission felt more personal than any battlefield. In her ear sat a tiny hidden earpiece. Daniel's voice came through softly. Mic check. Emily adjusted her hair, hiding the device. Loud and clear. Remember the plan, Daniel said. Stay calm. Let him talk. Emily's eyes hardened. Oh, I plan to. She stepped out, walked to the front door. And knocked. Ryan opened it almost instantly. As if he'd been waiting behind the door, his smug smile returned. Emily. She kept her expression neutral. Ryan. He stepped aside. Come in. She entered. Then froze. Sophie was there too. Sitting on the couch. Like she belonged there. The sight sent pain through Emily's chest, but she gave nothing away. Ryan closed the door. So, he said casually. Ready to negotiate? Emily crossed her arms. What do you want? Ryan smiled. That's better. He walked toward the kitchen counter and poured himself a drink. Like this was a business meeting. Not the destruction of a marriage. I'll make this simple, he said. Sign over half your assets. Cash. Property. Investments. Emily's jaw tightened. In exchange? Ryan sipped. I help clear your name. Sophie finally spoke. Emily, just do it. Emily slowly turned toward her sister. The betrayal in Sophie's eyes hurt even more than the affair. No guilt. Only fear. Fear of losing the money. Emily spoke quietly. You really did all this? Sophie looked away. Ryan answered for her. She helped because she understands something you never did. Emily looked at him. What? Ryan smirked. Loyalty follows opportunity. Emily almost laughed. No. This wasn't love between Ryan and Sophie. This was greed. Manipulation. Ryan didn't love Sophie. He used people just like he used her. Then Ryan leaned closer and said the sentence that made Emily's blood freeze. You know, seducing Sophie was easier than I expected. Silence. Emily stared. Sophie's face strained. Ryan? He ignored her. He was drunk on power now. Talking too much. Exactly what Emily wanted. Ryan chuckled. She practically worshipped you. All I had to do was complain about our marriage and cry a little. Emily slowly looked at Sophie. Sophie looked horrified. You said you loved me, Sophie whispered. Ryan burst out laughing. Actually laughing. Oh please. Sophie's voice shook. What? Ryan rolled his eyes. You were useful. Emily's heart pounded. Ryan kept going. Cruel. Arrogant. Careless. Perfect. I needed someone close to Emily. He pointed at Sophie. You had access to family details, password clues, emotional weaknesses. Sophie started trembling. No. Ryan's smile widened. Yes. Emily watched in silence. Sophie's entire world was collapsing. Good. Ryan continued. You were never the plan, Sophie. Tears streamed down Sophie's face. You liar. Ryan shrugged. I told you what you wanted to hear. Then he turned to Emily. You married beneath you. Emily said nothing. He stepped closer. You were always stronger than me. His eyes darkened. And I hated it. There it was. The truth. Not loneliness. Not neglect. Ego. Ryan hated her strength. Her discipline. Her success. He needed control. And when he couldn't dominate her through marriage, he chose sabotage. Ryan leaned so close she could smell alcohol. I wanted to watch you fall. His whisper was venom. From Captain Carter, pause, to nothing. Emily's fists clenched. Daniel's voice came softly through the earpiece. Keep him talking. Ryan smiled. You know the best part? Emily forced herself to stay calm. What? He whispered. You still don't know who I work for. Before Emily could reply. A phone rang. Ryan checked the screen. His face changed instantly. Serious. Respectful. Fearful. He answered. Yes, sir. Sir? Emily's heart raced. The mastermind. Ryan listened. Then said. She's here now. Silence. Ryan looked at Emily. Then nodded. Understood. He ended the call. Emily's voice sharpened. Who was that? Ryan smirked. You're about to find out. He moved toward the door. Then clapping. Slow. Deliberate. From behind Emily, she spun around. The front hallway shadow shifted. A man stepped forward. Tall. Expensive suit. Cold eyes. Emily's entire body went rigid. No way. Impossible. Her breathing stopped. Because standing in front of her was Colonel James Walker, her commanding officer. The man who suspended her. The man she trusted. The man who said, prove you're innocent. Her voice broke. Sir? Walker gave a calm smile. Not warm. Predatory. Double quotes. Good evening, Captain. Emily felt the floor disappear beneath her. No. Colonel Walker. The mastermind. Ryan worked for him. Everything clicked at once. The fake investigation. The access. The timing. The setup. Walker had orchestrated everything. Ryan was just his weapon. Emily's voice turned hollow. You framed me. Walker adjusted his cuff. Efficiently, yes. Sophie gasped. Even Ryan looked impressed. Emily stared. 12 years. 12 years serving under military leadership. And a decorated colonel was stealing from the system. Walker spoke calmly. You were unfortunate collateral. Emily's rage exploded. Collateral? Walker remained composed. You were difficult to exploit directly. His eyes narrowed. So Ryan became useful. Emily shook with fury. You ruined my life. Walker gave a faint smile. No, Captain. He stepped closer. Your trust ruined your life. Daniel's voice suddenly exploded in her earpiece. Emily, get out now. Too late. Walker reached inside his jacket. Gun. Silenced pistol. Ryan stumbled back. Sophie screamed. Walker aimed directly at Emily's chest and smiled. Goodbye, Captain. With a gun aimed at her heart, Emily has only seconds to survive, and what happens next destroys Ryan, Walker, and everyone who betrayed her. Walker's finger tightened on the trigger. The silenced pistol pointed straight at Emily's heart. Time slowed. Military training took over. Emily saw everything in fractions of seconds.
Walker's stance, stable but overconfident. Ryan, frozen in panic.
Sophie, crying near the couch. Distance to weapon. Too far. Escape route.
Left side, table obstruction. One chance. Only one.
Walker smiled. Goodbye, Captain. PFF to. The gunfire. Emily moved. Fast. She dropped low and lunged sideways. The bullet tore through the lamp behind her. Glass exploded. Before Walker could fire again. Emily kicked the coffee table hard. It slammed into his legs. Walker lost balance. The gun tilted. Second shot missed. Sophie screamed. Ryan yelled.
And then the front door burst open. Federal agents.
Drop the weapon! Daniel. Armed agents stormed inside. Chaos exploded. Walker fired again. Agents returned fire. Walker tried running. Bad choice. Daniel tackled him to the floor. The gun slid across the room.
Ryan bolted toward the back door. Emily saw him. Not after everything.
Not after what he did. Ryan reached the hallway. Emily intercepted him. He swung wildly. She blocked. He punched again. Emily caught his wrist. Twisted. Hard. Ryan screamed. Years of military combat training versus a coward.
Not a fair fight. He tried headbutting her.
Emily drove her knee into his stomach. Air left his lungs. He collapsed. Coughing. Pathetic. Emily stood over him. Ryan looked up, terrified. This was the first time she had seen genuine fear in his eyes. Good. He crawled backward. Emily, wait. No. He raised shaking hands. I can explain. No. Tears burned in her eyes. Not sadness. Rage. You stole from me. Ryan trembled. You framed me. He shook. You destroyed my career. Please. You slept with my sister. He broke down. It wasn't supposed to go this far. Emily laughed. Cold. Sharp. Dangerous. You're right. She stepped closer. It should have ended the day you betrayed me. Ryan sobbed now. The confident manipulator was gone. Only a coward remained. I loved you. Emily's voice cut through him like steel. No. She crouched. Looked him dead in the eyes. You loved control. Ryan cried harder. And then Emily delivered the words that shattered him. You lost. Handcuffs clicked behind him. An agent pulled Ryan up. He screamed. Emily! Emily, please! She didn't move. Didn't blink. Didn't care. Walker was dragged up too. Blood on his lip, fury in his eyes. Daniel stood beside him. Walker glared at Emily. This isn't over. Daniel's jaw tightened. Oh, it is. He held up something small. A recording device. Walker's expression changed. Daniel smiled faintly. Everything was recorded. Silence. Ryan froze. Walker went pale. Emily slowly understood.
The mic. The entire conversation. Confession. Blackmail. Fraud. Attempted murder. Everything. Over. Finished.
Walker's shoulders finally dropped. Defeat. Real defeat. Agents dragged both men away. Ryan kept shouting. Walker stayed silent.
The front door closed, and just like that, the war ended.
Silence filled the house. Only Sophie remained. Crying. Broken. Emily turned toward her. Sophie collapsed to her knees. Emily, please. Tears poured down her face. I'm sorry. Emily said nothing. Sophie crawled closer. I was jealous of you.
The confession came out in gasps. You were always strong.
Successful. Everyone admired you.
Emily listened. Cold. Still. Sophie sobbed harder. When Ryan paid attention to me, I felt important.
Emily finally spoke. One question. Did you ever love me? Sophie looked shattered. Yes. Emily's voice rose. Then how did you do this? Sophie broke completely. I hate myself. Emily believed her.
But some truths come too late.
Sophie reached for her hand. Emily stepped back. That hurt more than a slap. Sophie froze. Emily's eyes filled with tears for the first time. Not for Ryan. For her sister. For what was lost. Some betrayals destroy trust forever. Emily spoke quietly. I forgive you. Hope flashed in Sophie's eyes. Then Emily finished. But I don't want you in my life. Hope died. Sophie cried uncontrollably. Emily's voice remained steady. You didn't make one mistake. She swallowed. You made hundreds of choices. Sophie covered her mouth. Emily turned away. Done.
There was nothing left to say. 3 months later.
All charges against Emily were dropped. Officially cleared. Fully exonerated. Walker's arrest made national news. Corruption scandal. Fraud network exposed.
Multiple arrests. Ryan received fraud charges, identity theft.
Conspiracy. Attempted murder. He was looking at decades in prison. Emily got her badge back. Her weapon. Her rank. Her honor. Colonel Walker was stripped of everything.
And Ryan lost everything he tried to steal. Justice. Complete. 6 months later.
Emily stood on base in dress uniform. Promotion ceremony. Captain Emily Carter. The announcer smiled. Promoted to major. Applause erupted. Emily stepped forward.
Proud. Strong. Unbroken. A medal pinned to her uniform. Her eyes searched the crowd.
And found him. Daniel. Standing quietly. Watching. Same steady eyes. Same calm strength. After the ceremony, he approached. Major Carter. He smiled. Congratulations. Emily smiled back. A real smile. First one in months. Thank you. Daniel studied her. You look better. I am better. He nodded. I'm glad. Silence. Comfortable this time. Then Daniel exhaled. I have a question. Emily raised an eyebrow. Dangerous words. He smiled slightly. Would you like dinner? She stared. He continued. No investigations. Pause. No criminals. Another pause. Just dinner. Emily laughed. Warm. Soft. Human. For the first time in a long time. The future didn't feel heavy. It felt possible. She looked at him. At the man who believed her when her world collapsed. And answered. Yes.
Daniel smiled. Not dramatic. Not flashy. Just genuine.
And that felt better than anything. As they walked away together, Emily looked at the sky. She had lost a marriage, lost family, lost trust. But she found something greater. Herself. Ryan once told her he wanted to watch her fall. He got his wish. She fell. Hard. But he forgot something important. Soldiers know how to rise. And this time she rose stronger. Sometimes betrayal doesn't destroy you.
Sometimes it reveals who never deserved access to you. And revenge. The best revenge is not anger.
It is rebuilding so completely that the people who broke you become irrelevant. If this story moved you, like, subscribe, and comment. Did Sophie deserve forgiveness or not?